which is what we're going to do now, and it's family friendly, unless Edward has his way, apparently.
Adam's family friendly?
And we do encourage, asking questions, joking around with us. It is going to have some cosplay here tonight. We got one. Either that or you just showed up.
So I look like a podcaster running around here. It was really scary.
Yeah. And all right. So what are we going to do? You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh. So let's do okay. I'll do that. It's going to take so much time to all that.
Hello.
All right. Let's do this thing. We're going to take a go. There it is. Sorry, Periscope. Everything we're doing tonight does turn into a podcast, and most everything turns into a YouTube video too.
So technically, you guys might be recorded and seen in front of millions of people.
Yes.
Millions.
We know what you did, Kyle, Ren.
That's why I said that live, but it was great.
All right, you ready?
Can you check the audio?
Welcome to Live with the Blue Boxes content for this week in Geek for March 12th, 2016. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Rob Southgate. Follow me at R Southgate. See how smooth that is. That next to me.
I'm me. I'm on Twitter.
All right.
I'm Matt, and you can follow me at Quiet until the next VPN or at Nerds.
And actually, technically, Matt tonight is not Matt. He is Indiana Lil. So the multiverse is open. After everybody from that universe is from Indiana, that's what they look like. And on the end,
My name is Chris Bell. You can follow me at Box Cafe 136.
yes, hello, the Blue Box Cafe, which is where we're at right now. And all right, tonight is a special night. You're having a micro-production here, 32E2, which is a week before
2E2, which is not our jam. Usually our jam is 3 weeks after we go, oh, crap, we should have done pre-2E2. But we did it in time this year.
We're actually
Surprisingly.
we're doing two pre-shows, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's right.
We go from none to three, which is great.
And technically we got something the following week. So this is what happens. All right. I want to jump into the geek news because we got a full boat tonight. Should we? Hey, Indiana Lil, what do you have for us? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
He,
Are you ready? I'm
he
ready.
did
Let's
more
hear it,
homework
Matt.
than you did just right now.
Can you guys hear Matt? Is he all right?
Can you guys hear me? Everybody can hear me. Matt's super important, so everybody can hear me.
All right, let's hear it, man.
So,
Wow, you are like a Lil.
I got to fill big shoes. I've got some.
Look, that dirty ghetto mustache filled in.
Oh. So, the CW renewed everything. All the things will stay on CW. I can't say
Even
that
the news.
Yeah, I can't say that I watch a lot of CW because we don't have cable, but I'm a fan of the idea of what they're doing. I think it's fantastic. I think more exposure is always good.
Yeah.
And they're popular enough that they don't need to touch it. The CW has hit a good stride.
Yeah, I don't mind the Flash and the Arrow. I watch those. Those are very good shows.
They're great shows. I love that they just kind of went, you know what, we're not screwing around. We're just going to renew everything. Am I in charge of the CW? Because that's how I would do it. It's like,
I think Mike
you know
Dick
what?
gets in charge of it. He didn't do an NFL draft. He's just like, oh yeah, everybody stays.
yeah, everybody.
Everybody lives today.
Well,
So
and I think it's refreshing to see a TV company show faith in what they've got. That's really important to me because we see a lot of good stuff get canceled.
Yeah.
A lot of bad stuff continue because, well, we've always had that show, even though it's terrible in its 35th season. These are not those shows. I'm not watching any of iZombie or Heroes of Tomorrow, but Flash and Arrow are solid shows. They have their ups and downs, but they embody.
They're worth keeping around, though.
There you go. Yeah.
I've been watching both of those. The only one I'm not watching is Arrow.
Well, that's
and I have to say, Legends of Tomorrow, yeah, it's flawed. It's fun.
Yeah, do you like it? Legends
Yeah,
of
man.
Tomorrow?
It's like time traveling.
Come on.
It's Dr.
Arthur
Who in the
Darvill's
DC
in it.
universe.
It's fantastic.
He's a Time Lord. It's awesome. And the other thing is iZombie. I binged the first season. Totally watch iZombie. It's
Fair enough.
fantastic.
Like the originals
And
and the Vampire Diaries
It's
are
safe
not
for
bad.
Edward.
Yes.
Vampire Diaries. I haven't watched that one. Is that one?
It's
good?
okay. I mean, it's
Supernatural's good. That got renewed.
It's Twilight on TV, but that's okay.
It is a little teeny. It has a teen feel
It's got
to the
that
writing,
CW
but,
thing.
but
It
it's
is,
still
it's-
got it's still
CW.
good. It's good writing. It's got a story to it and
Right.
themes and.
Edward,
It's
do you
not
watch that
just-
one?
No,
No, not into that. But you
Nah.
watch Arrow and the Flash.
I do.
All right. Not too scary. King Shark didn't scare you. Okay.
Oh no, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. How do you
I'm-
not know?
I'm a
King
bit
Shark?
behind.
It's
I know.
the only
Bit
guy
behind.
ever on TV that's a giant shark that tries to bite people's heads.
What about Land Shark?
Jaws.
I stand
Jaws.
I haven't
corrected.
seen
Sharknado.
Haven't seen
What about
Jaws.
Jaws
Jaws?
wasn't a TV show. Man.
Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw.
Oh.
I saw one episode
Bad.
of that.
Now that I would love to see is Jabberjaw goes crazy and starts biting people.
Oh, yeah.
He was crazy in the Laugh Olympics.
Oh yeah.
He
Well,
was
The
great.
Laugh Olympics.
He was
I should
great.
have gotten the gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
we're really sorry, Edward.
Come on, who
This-
else
this-
wants
Hey,
to
it took,
Jabberjaw
hold on, it took 3
impression.
minutes for us to go like
Yeah,
200
are
years
we
in
on?
Edward's
Are we going to
past.
continue with This Week in Geek? I forget.
yes,
All right. Well done. Indiana and Lil right out of the box.
stealing the big news. That's okay.
Oh,
As a guest,
that's not the big news.
there's other big news I got.
I've got little news too, but we can come back.
You
to
just save your little
Yeah.
news over there. You guys got one?
I have one.
Yes.
So
Is it a
this
big one?
is for me. It is.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, I got a laugh out of William.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wait for
so Magic. So Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast. They do Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
And they replaced. They have an app and online they have Magic Duels.
We should start calling this Edward's Magic Corner.
Open, come open.
I love
Magic
that
cards
name,
for
too.
me. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because you always have magic news.
Could he come out of
Always.
like a little deck box? It would be great, just like the show. Remember
Yeah, it's the
that?
fact
So you
that
sing the theme
Magic-
song and I'll introduce it. Go ahead.
I'm not singing again.
Come
I
on.
did.
Welcome. Come on. Do it.
I'm not singing.
Welcome to Edward's Magic Corner.
There
There it is. Go ahead.
So they're replacing. They give you a starter pack, which is 20 cards whenever you download the game,
Mm-hmm.
which is like 20 basic cards. Problem with that is with the new releases of Oath of the Gatewatch and of Shadows of Innistrad, they're replacing the 20 cards with different cards because they found that the 20 beginning cards that they gave were sometimes a bit overpowered or not good enough.
Okay, so they're changing that.
Correct.
So you're
There's-
saying they're not
That was
balanced.
the news this week. Is there
They were not balanced with the cards that are coming out
Right.
because
Okay.
they have cards like a
Matt? Do you play Magic? I know you're a big gamer.
I don't play it, but I know it.
Okay.
I don't have the money to play such an expensive habit. It's a great game, but it's
You're not a teenage boy.
yeah.
Who,
Bill's time to kind
Nice
of
signage
killed
there.
up the magic money.
the Magic money. Well, Edward's Magic Corner is now sponsored by Magic the Gathering, so
That's
that's
fair.
how he
I
can
wish.
afford it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yes.
Edward's in trouble.
Oh yeah. Edward's mic needs to be turned up.
You got to, yeah, speaking
Okay.
to
You
the
didn't
mic,
have to be
Evan.
secretive
Well,
about that.
You were
What?
kind of going over the mic.
Pretend you're only
Thank
talking
you.
to the guy that can't hear.
Is she talking about the joke from the beginning of the
So-
show?
So one of the things that they took out was Monvili Acid Moss, which is one of the biggest cards that are a 4-color ramp decks.
Okay.
It's one of the main ones, and they switched that out with Explosive Vegetation, which is just a ram card that doesn't destroy your mana. Also,
All right.
Explosive Vegetation is good, solid card. Gets you some good ramp, but it's not overpowered so that it doesn't ruin the beginning.
all of
Nice.
these cards they give you are for free, and none of them are good.
So does this
I would
mean?
put none of these cards into my deck.
So does this
Wait,
mean
no,
if
I
you
unfortunately do because
if you wanted to start playing Magic, you buy one of these new decks. It's balanced already. You're good to go. Is that kind of what it's saying?
no, because this is
No.
this is just for online. So
Oh,
they,
it's online. I'm not even paying
Oh, yeah.
attention.
They have it
cards.
online now, too, which is
So the
absolutely
cards
ridiculous.
online they
Because
replace.
I tried the app and I thought it was okay, and then I tried what is it, Hearthstone?
Hearthstone.
Much better.
So
But then I lost interest in that.
They're
I,
coming out with a new update for
I,
that,
I
too.
can't go into the online because I know if I do, I would just stop talking to my friends and just play online. Because
Well-
I play mostly with my friends and I'll spend too much money on it.
You need to be like me and not have friends, Edward, and then that
Well,
won't matter.
that's the problem.
Yeah,
I
I've
do
got
want to
Chris,
have
but
friends.
he's doing the same thing. So, and a Lil, but he's not here.
So they just
He's buying,
Jack, and he's a
he's buying
doctoral
toys.
partner.
He's buying toys,
Right.
so it doesn't matter.
replaced some of the
What did they do with
Just some of the cards.
What did they just do with the tournament? Was it in Indy or Cleveland? They did something weird where they're like totally rolled the dice on some marketing ploy that I can't remember. And I'm sorry that I brought
Is
it
that
up.
what the article was today?
Yeah, there was an article. I didn't read it either. It was something I read part of
Now
it
we're
where
going to lose
they
the
were trying. Yeah.
gaming nerds here.
Okay, so I'm going to look this up. You guys can go on to
Okay,
it.
You're
well,
the nerds domain. I'm Matt
So
Quiet.
I'm going to run out. They finally put a start date for Luke Cage.
Yes.
Not September 30th. They're loading up on this. They're going Fast and Furious.
I have something.
Hey, Fast and Furious.
I have something that goes with that.
Uh-oh.
Did you see the interview? Where was it Bob Iger? No, Bob Iger was talking Star Wars. You know what? I didn't put who it was with.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it must have been Feige. No, it was Jeff Loeb, who is, a major player in the Marvel,
Right.
not only the books but the shows, and he was breaking it down that right now there are 9 or 10 Marvel shows in various stages of development. So Luke Cage, all those. But
well, we
I
all
was
know
reading,
that whole list is coming because they're going to do Electra. They got all that stuff.
That's what was funny is I'm reading the list. I'm like, you know what? I even know of a couple that he didn't name in there.
Sure.
That are definitely like the Defenders miniseries. It's 8 episodes. It happens after they finish phase 1. So Daredevil's second season is included in phase 1.
Right.
That wasn't part of it. It was supposed to be 4 shows and then the Defenders series. They've added the Daredevil series, and now they're saying they might actually add a Jessica Jones 2 before the Defenders thing happens. But as we've talked about on this show
many times,
there are 4 others being bannered about for phase 2, let alone what they're doing continuing from phase 1. So they could do Daredevil 3, and that's not considered phase 2. Phase 2 is Punisher. What is it? Punisher, potentially Moon Knight, potentially Spider-Woman. That's going to be a tough one to pull off.
We need some Moon Knight.
And
Let
what
me
was
tell
number
you,
4? Moon Knight would be
Crazy Pants Batman is the best Batman.
Yeah.
well, and you know what? You know what's crazy about that? When you consider the characters in the Marvel universe and you start going to Moon Knight, a lot of people have never, like my dad knows some of these superheroes. He likes this stuff. He's never heard of Moon Knight. Have you ever heard of Moon Knight? No. Moon Knight is Batman with mental problems, and it is this.
Hold on.
Heavy
different mental problems.
Hey, you're right.
I believe it's established he's a.
Well, that's like
guy.
saying I am Chris with mental problems. Yeah. So
You're Chris without a finger. That's about it.
I'm
So,
Chris without a
unfortunately.
finger. Yeah. So you start looking at the bench and you go, Moon Knight to us is a big character and is awesome, but most people don't know this character. The fact that they can go that deep, they can do a series on him, and we know that is a
Well, if
hit.
they're
That
gonna
is a home
But if they're going to
run.
do Defenders, they're going to run. They're going to run it and build it up, and they can because Netflix. Because
Well,
it will draw.
That's right.
It'll draw the hardcore fans and the new fans that are running from that.
And look at what they're doing with Netflix right now. Everybody but Daredevil is a C-level hero. Luke Cage is only known because they brought him back after they destroyed the Avengers.
And Jessica Jones people went crazy for.
They're good
nobody knew
shows.
it.
They're good characters, but this is Marvel's way of bringing lesser-known characters out,
Sure.
and they can really develop them and show.
Yes.
Everybody can get on board with, Captain America. That's an easy concept to get behind. Iron
Sure.
Man. Daredevil's a deeper, dirtier character, and he should be dealt with in a way like this.
Well, and they can get away with stuff on Netflix they can't get away with on the mainstream because they don't have to hit the home run. All they have to do is make it viable. And they can do, like Jessica Jones was great. They bring in David Tennant, stroke of genius, because they're going to get the crossover from the Who fans. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Jessica Jones, oh, Luke Cage. They just expand it, and then it's good.
And like we said, phase 2 are these characters technically. And then I've also heard rumblings of phase 3, which is the Thunderbolts. So that one ends just like this will end with the Defender series. There will be a Thunderbolts series.
Well, and the Thunderbolts will I would assume rely heavily on what they do in the cinematic, in the movie side of it, because Civil War can easily lead to the Thunderbolts. Easily.
Right. So although my theory is they won't have the rights to Agent Venom. Sony is doing the Venom film. That's one of the things. They're moving ahead with the Venom film, but it's not Agent Venom. Agent Venom technically is a different character in people's minds. I wonder if Sony and Marvel have made a deal there where they can do a run with Agent Venom, because you could easily make a series of Agent Venom.
Right.
Easily.
Oh, sure.
Build that character up. It makes their Venom character more money. I mean, come on. It's just incredible.
Well, and I think that we've seen that Marvel and Sony are willing to work together to make money.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's why we're getting some more news that, well, I'm sure we'll touch
we'll
on
get
here
there.
shortly.
What happened?
Wait, no, before we do that.
I know, I'm teasing.
Also, another mark my words out of me. I was talking about this a while ago. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There's a big rumor that dropped this week. Comicbook.com had it on it. A little bit better source, in my opinion, than some of the, like Latino Review. If I say this is happening, Latino Review reports that it's definitely happening.
You're on that list of credible sources.
Right.
So.
Yeah, right. If Edward says it in his bedroom and nobody heard it, Latino Review goes, did somebody say, oh, great? I mean, that's how
a guy
are.
not on the internet.
But
just said it,
comicbook.com, not bad. I mean,
Right.
seems to break stuff.
Yeah.
They said that Marvel and Fox are definitely talking about playing ball, and they're talking, Fox, and doing an X-Men Avengers crossover
Of
film.
course they are. They're going to watch how
But
Civil
see,
War
the big
goes.
thing, everybody says,
and when-
no, it'll never happen. And
Well,
I've been
but-
saying, trust me, it's going to happen.
Sure.
And then it came out this week, 2020 is their target date. It makes so much sense.
15 years ago, if you said, oh, you know what we're going to have? We're going to have a great lineup of movies that are all going to be interconnected with Marvel characters, and there's going to be a couple of TV series.
Right.
We would all call you crazy, because then it wasn't even considerable.
Right.
With Sony allowing that crossover, it opens doors for a lot more, and it allows us to see things like a complete Marvel universe, not
Right.
a slightly broken one, like
Right,
we're getting
sure.
right now.
Right.
Well, although this Marvel universe is a lot better than what they've thrown out in the past.
It is.
I think they're inclusive, but they just can't cover it all. But with the TV and with other things, they can
and
do that.
Fox doesn't necessarily need to make this happen, but I think it can fix their continuity in that if they do this. The other thing is, and this is why I think it's real, Hugh Jackman has said for a long time he wants to bring Wolverine over to the MCU. And Fox is like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Think about the time frame. If 2020 is when that's going to happen, that gives you your real last Wolverine appearance. He can be Old Man Logan at that point in it, because Wolverine 3 is going to be 3 or 4. What is it? Wolverine something 2 is going to
3,
be who knows?
It's 3, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not Origins.
but it's going to be yes, you with the Kylo Ren costume. I see a hand raised. You're lucky.
If they do that, who is going to be the villain, considering they set up Thanos to be like the end game? And second off, how are they going to explain the fact that there are 2 Quicksilvers and 2 Scarlet Witches?
Multiverse. How dare you?
Earth 2.
Yep.
Done. That's it.
And
all
that's
you
how
need.
they're going to explain
they can
multiple
easily connect it.
Wolverines, because that's what they're going to have to do. But I say they're doing this as the last hurrah with Jackman as Wolverine. It's going to be huge for both studios. They can work that one out.
And you're saying
Release 2 films, one under Marvel's banner, one under Fox's banner, but you have them working together and sharing characters.
and
Done.
you're-
I'm making the deal.
you're concerned about the villain. Have you? Well, but look. Well, but look at Marvel space.
I'll tell you who they do. They do Doctor Doom. They get him away
Yeah,
from the Fantastic
ooh.
Four, and they do him right.
You get a good Doom. You get a good Magneto.
That's what you do.
You get a Magneto on a bigger scale where there are other threats.
No,
other
don't do
than just
Magneto.
other
They've already done him.
mutants. Well, but no, but
And he'll be in there.
right. But I mean, you can put him into a
Lil doesn't know what he's talking about.
Indiana.
India Lil,
That's Mr. Indiana Lil. No, I mean, but you've got
Space. No.
you've got people like the Game Master, or the Grandmaster. You've
Yes.
got all of those space
Yes.
heroes. Annihilus. I mean, we
Yes.
haven't even looked at Annihilus. Probably sits with Fantastic Four, doesn't he? I would assume that.
Doesn't
as far
matter.
as
He's with
properties.
Fox.
So if Fox is willing to do that, Annihilus becomes a force unto himself. It's not just Thanos, where he's got some people that work for him.
Make it 2
Annihilus
films.
comes- yeah, I
Annihilus in one, in the Fox one, and in the Marvel side.
Well, and
whatever.
Annihilus comes with an army
Yeah.
of powered human or powered creatures.
You bring
Yeah,
an army, I
yeah.
bring a gun. It's the Chicago way. Thank you. Very
But we
nice.
have a Hulk. That's all you have to do.
Edward, do you even know what we're talking about?
With
Have you
the
left
villains,
Edward's
yes.
Magic Corner yet?
I try to look at the news. I cannot find it.
All right. Fail. It happened.
Internet blows.
All right, that was a lot of Marvel talk. We'll save the last big one
Hey,
for a
let's
little
talk
later.
about some DC stuff.
Let's do it.
Well, have you seen the second kind of release trailer for Wonder Woman? It looks good. They kind of threw it out. I don't know. I think
For
it's
Wonder
gonna-
Woman, I didn't see that one yet, but that
Yeah,
first trailer was.
I haven't
Or
seen
yeah,
it.
No, they
yet.
kind of
killing me,
updated
man.
a little bit more footage. It's along the same
It
lines.
looked
It's
great.
And Chris Pine, I mean, give me
Yeah.
a break. I'll be okay with that. But they were talking about how the Justice League will not be as dark as Batman versus Superman.
Well, it couldn't be. It'd be black. I mean, there's nothing, you can't go darker.
Well, you
at
can't
all.
go. Well, you could, but
I mean, I want to be excited about Wonder Woman. I want to be excited about the DC and what they're doing
Sure.
with their movies, but I'm not. I'm more excited about their TV stuff because they're doing
Right.
that.
Are you guys
well.
excited about the DC stuff, or do you think this is going to be?
well,
Anybody?
you know what? We've
Anybody?
talked
You
about
guys?
this,
You guys?
and we're in different
You don't
camps.
care?
Well,
All right.
like regular Lowell and I are very different on this. I don't mind Man of Steel. I don't mind
Me either.
the Batman run. I thought they were pretty good. Were they a little bit over the top? Yeah, but
I mind the ones in that first run from 3 on.
right. Well,
They get pretty rough.
and so George Clooney nipple Batman is great. I mean, come on. I mean, all the and Spider-Man.
I mean, in varying degrees of great, that is something you could say.
You're right.
But I would also say that what they did with Man of Steel doesn't make me excited for Dawn of Justice, and it doesn't
Sure.
make me excited for anything else they're doing because I don't need all of my heroes to be so gritty. I mean,
Not just gritty; they're like washed out.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
looking at Captain America: Winter Soldier, it's gritty, but it's a spy drama,
But it's the greatest movie.
but it's still fun.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of fun with Man of Steel, and I don't like the studio moving Dawn of Justice doesn't give me a whole lot of faith in the movie because
How
they
about
don't
the
have
fact that
any
we're
faith.
what is it 2 weeks away?
Yeah.
Have you guys
Wait,
seen
is it
any
2
rev-
weeks ago?
Have
Oh
you-
wow!
Have you seen any reviews leaked?
It's
I
the
saw
25th.
one.
It's
I
not
saw
even
one.
2
Yeah,
weeks
I
away.
saw
Oh, you
one.
did.
I didn't read it because I had no. There was no push for me to read it. I didn't want to. I don't want to know what the movie's going to look like because I don't see a good.
Did you
ending
read it?
for me.
You're making faces.
No, I'm saying I'm with him. Like for Marvel, I don't really care about spoilers because my friends usually spoil it for me like the day after because they see my.
Yeah, the superheroes win. Oops.
With the DC one, it's like I'm actually kind of enjoying like staying in the dark about it. Like I was kind of mad when I saw the first trailer because they showed like Doomsday and I'm like Wonder Woman coming in. It's like you knew they were in it, but at the same time, it's like I would have rather.
Everybody's in it except
Yeah.
for Barbara Gordon apparently. The one
Wait,
character they
hold-
cut out.
Wait.
Yeah, keep that on the DL. Yeah, we're talking street up here now.
Yeah.
Word.
That's
That's how.
Is that street
bad.
for you?
Yes, it is.
Main Street.
What didn't we hit on that? So what's her?
I have
Who is
one.
the one? What is her name that was cut?
Jenna Malone.
Jenna Malone was cut, and everyone was speculating about who she was. Everyone kept saying it was.
And they said who
Carrie
she, and then they just
Kelly or whatever, the one who plays Robin in The Dark Knight. But
Yeah.
did you guys see how we know who she was supposed to be? Did you see this?
No.
So DC put out a thing, like a poll of who you wanted to see in the next trailer, or who you wanted to see more of in the trailer. Ben Affleck, Batman; Henry Cavill, Superman; Jenna Malone, Batgirl.
Yes.
Like,
It's like,
listed it, you're like,
what? Yeah, exactly.
well, surprise is blown.
Oops.
Yeah.
It's like the Star Wars, the Phantom Menace, the death of Qui-Gon.
Right.
Like,
When it's on the soundtrack, and you're
Yes.
like, I wonder if Qui-Gon dies in this. Spoiler: Qui-Gon
By the
died
way.
in it. Yeah.
15
If
years
you
ago.
haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry to break.
He's got a
The worst
particular set
movie
of
for you.
skills.
Yes. Spoiler: Jar Jar's in it. Yeah. So, all right, what else have we got?
Well, before
Wait,
we, before we move on for comic news, there is
Oh,
something
oh,
else
oh.
that actually was really important that happened this week. Zenescope re-signed with Comixology, which is a big deal.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, so see, I did some
You
research
did.
while eating dinner.
We should call you better than a Lil because
So I mean, Comixology being what
Prepared
they
a
are,
little.
prepared a Lil.
Comixology being what they are and how they are now acquired by Amazon, this is a big deal because Zenescope getting their comics out digitally. Dark Horse is still doing their thing, but
Yes.
a lot of everything is going to Comixology now. This is just re-strengthening that, even though it's Zenescope, who isn't top
Right.
5, but still an important publisher.
You know, my only problem with it, I like Comixology, but I wish it was like Marvel U, where you could just do a subscription, you could read stuff. I hate when they're charging $4 a book, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm out. I can't buy them.
I've listened to some of the interviews, and that's not prices they're setting. Those are prices that the publishers
know.
are setting. So I get where you're coming from because Marvel U.
I'm not criticizing Comixology. I actually like the service, but I like Marvel U is like
Marvel
how
U.
DC hasn't picked up on that yet. I can't even imagine.
Sometimes DC seems to fall behind the times and not understand that not everything has to be shades of black.
Yes, that's true. Look at he's all proud of himself for that.
I'm
one.
going to keep
just
doing
hammering
pop
away.
shots at him. So.
Another Marvel brainwash.
No, you know what?
Right.
It's not even that.
I'm
It's not,
teasing
it's
it.
not
It is.
even that.
They're so much better.
It's that.
He's just not digging the vibe of what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, DC has fantastic properties when handled well.
Sure.
When handled well would be the key words there. And
Right.
They have not been.
Right.
They have been given the golden egg and they've blanked it up.
Well, I mean,
it's
if they would
unbelievable.
have just hired Robert Downey Jr. to play Superman, then we would all been done. Like this,
Right.
If they had gotten him before Iron
They
Man,
almost had Nicolas Cage. Oh, can you imagine?
Oh,
I mean,
that is awful.
It would not have launched the DCU.
no, well, but
it would have been amazing.
when we all drive by a car wreck, we all look
yeah,
for way too long.
Nicolas
That's
Cage
exactly
is
what would
Superman.
happen.
And he was
Son-
fighting giant
He was son of.
spiders
It
in
was son of Jarrell, right? That was the name of the movie.
Yeah, they would.
No, The Life and Death of Superman.
Like,
Was
they
that
would
the
have
name of it?
taken his face off.
It's awful.
I know
Horrendous.
that's
Face
okay.
off.
I'm okay with
You
it.
were working now he's back to being a regular
Hey,
Lil. Not
hey,
funny.
I'm okay with that.
Looking at the
That's,
jokes.
That's a terrible line.
Would they have
and
Ang
a
Lee
terrible actor.
directing?
Annually.
That's who directed Face Off, right?
Yes.
I think it's Ang Lee.
No,
right?
no. It was John Woo.
It was Woo.
John Woo.
John Woo directed Face Off. That was when I liked seeing John Woo, Nicolas Cage, and John Travolta all in one property. I'm like, this is going to be a crazy good time. Now, I do not want to see John Travolta in that. And John Woo, I don't know what happened. Lots of doves.
There's a
I
lot
know
of-
that.
So also with the Batman v Superman, they're trying to push for what I've been looking into, the 4DX,
Yes.
the 4DX theaters, and they're trying to push a lot of
Right.
watch the
Because
movie.
it's so dark, you won't be able to see it unless you see it in 4DX.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Imagine seeing that movie at a drive-in because you'd
Oh
never
my
be able to
gosh,
see
at
it.
a drive-in.
You can't see it as it is. It'd be
You know,
awful.
over the
yeah.
spear. Can you bleed? That's what the experience is like. Just picture a black screen. I can bleed.
Everyone's watching it on
Yes.
their phone because it's streamed in and can't watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the trailer for, speaking of things that make me want to stop doing this, it's so bad. Did you guys see the trailer for A Hologram for a King? It's the new Tom Hanks movie. Has anybody seen this trailer?
I've seen it.
Nope. What the serious hell is going on
Oh,
with this movie?
it's-
It is the worst. It could be like Ghostbusters. It could be that whoever cut the trailer has no idea how to cut a trailer. So, it could be that somebody got Final Cut and they're like, "Hey, I know how to cut a trailer." You don't. But oh my God, is this terrible?
You said hologram for a dream?
No,
King.
it's
King.
yeah, hologram.
I love Tom Hanks, and I'm like, wow.
So I like
Tom jumped
Hanks.
the shark.
It's-
This could be
He
it.
jumped the shark.
This could be his Robert De Niro in Rocky and Bullwinkle moment. It's that bad.
He has a couple
So-
of those, but not many.
So wait, the plot of the trailer is
Not this bad.
so the plot of the trailer is him going to
Saudi Arabia
to build
and
the.
Is this
So
his
wait,
Ishtar?
it reeks of Ishtar. It reeks of it. So if I take a flight, I'm going to end up having to watch it.
It's really weird. It's just I can't tell what the main plot is. He trying to make a.
He's
What is he trying to
supposed
make?
to be going there and giving them some kind of communication device that does 3D hologram communication.
Oh, it is.
And
I
then-
got none of the plot for that.
And then he finds out that this prince hasn't even built this king hasn't even built his city, so it's just a desert. And then he's stuck there, and then he falls in love, and then it's controversy because she's from Arabia and he's Lawrence, and it looks terrible.
So
It looks awful.
I didn't even get the plot.
No,
the trailer is
no,
just not good. It
no.
jumps from one to another.
It's awful.
What kind of internet we have here? It's
Well,
horrible.
this
I
would
don't
be,
know.
Well, this would be Sprint. I didn't connect to the wonderful Wi-Fi, which I'm sure is 75 down.
Absolutely
It's-
How
not.
about this? You guys like Kingsman? Anybody see
Oh,
Kingsman?
yes.
I love Kingsman. Kingsman 2, we've talked about how they're doing it. It looks like Halle
is
Berry is.
What
Right.
What are they doing
Yeah,
here?
very
Oh, are
beginning
you watching
is-
it? Oh,
What is going
No,
on
no.
here?
No, that's
This-
not even.
This is a trailer for his business.
Yeah, that's a
So
trailer
it's
for his
trailer
business.
inside of a
We
trailer.
should do a reaction video to this because it is the worst
It is
thing.
not good.
I'm waiting for them
Here's
to
a
crash.
We
and,
we need to start doing reaction
We
videos
do.
to these
What-
things. We got to figure
Yeah,
this out.
I have no interest in seeing this
It is-
movie.
Um,
it is.
I'm like 35
It-
seconds
it
into the
continues
trailer.
like
And if
that
you haven't seen it,
for
it's
2
so bad
minutes.
it's worth seeing. Don't see the movie. Just watch the 3 minutes here, and at the end of it, you'll be like, "Wow, I'm so sorry I did that," but it's worth it because it's fun to talk about how bad it is.
Tom Hanks does good movies, though.
Not there.
Not no. Well, yeah.
Tom Hanks is doing a buddy a favor there.
That's right.
Oh.
Cashing a check. It's all right.
Robert De Niro. Yeah. Did you guys see the trailer for Kubo and the Two Strings? It's an animated
Are you
film.
So-
are you
so
just
yes.
making up movies at this
No,
point?
they're
No.
No. So
Did you
I-
watch it?
yes, I
Of course I
don't.
watched it.
I don't really like the style that
Yeah,
stop
it's a-
motion.
Joe Blow.
Okay.
Joe Blow.
I actually really like this trailer. It seemed not just trying
Yeah.
to focus on that. It seemed a lot like
So the name Cabo and the Two Strings and the picture, I was like, we'll see. Don't judge a book by its cover.
it's.
I
it's
watched
really
this
good.
thing. It's so great.
Hey,
And the whole
Cliche
time,
Man, take it easy today. would
he's
you?
got the
Holy cow.
guitar with the two strings, and he plays when he plays music. It creates like magic. It's really cool. It looks like what's his name that does Ponyo? Who did Ponyo? Oh, for Cry Eye.
I don't know him.
Studio Ghibli.
I don't
Yes.
know him.
So it looks like a stop motion Studio Ghibli type film. Really cool. The music in the background
Oh, it's so
is
good.
like a Japanese guitar version of While My Guitar Gently Weeps. As
Oh,
you're
with
listening
that.
through all this,
Oh, that's great.
you're like, wait a minute, that's when While My Guitar Gently Weeps. It's so cool. So this was a great trailer, man. You guys are just watching trailers now.
Well,
I'm not.
Welcome to the
no,
trailer
I'm-
podcast.
I'm getting India Lil set up here.
I'm
for-
actually.
So-
I'm
so
looking
with
at.
trailers.
So we covered Hallie.
I have-
Wait, he's got another trailer.
I have one more. It's a trailer about. So no, this is the one I actually like.
Spit it out,
Dude,
Edward.
that's horrible.
Hardcore Henry.
What is it?
What?
I was trying to say one, but I can't. I don't remember anything
Is it?
about it.
Is it Sausage
It was that
Party
one.
again, Edward?
Sorry, it is. It's a Hardcore Henry, the second trailer. Have you
Oh
seen
yeah,
that?
I didn't watch it because we've seen the last trailer showed so much that I was like, I just want to see the movie. I want to see him
This-
shoot
This is
people
awful. Sorry.
first person as they fly downstairs.
This trailer
'cause
was
it's awesome.
this trailer was nothing about the plot. All it was showing
Just
was
action.
action. No, none of the slow motion things they did in the first
know.
trailer.
Okay, was it cool?
It was really nice. It looked like a video game. This could have
All
been
right.
a trailer for Doom 5.
A lot.
All right, I'm down with
It
it.
looks really good.
All right. What do you got, Chris?
You know,
You look like that one.
I am intrigued by Hardcore Henry. I think that it has potential for a new view of how we look at movies. But I also
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fad. I think we're going to get a few of these first person. Somebody's going
Yeah.
to do a good one, and then there's going to be
Is this this first person zombie one we were talking about?
no. That's
Wait.
Pandemic.
Pandemic?
No, that one looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
This one looks cool though. This is the one where the
That
guy
does
was
look pretty
where the
cool.
guy was like shot or like was an explosion. You see him like in the air and he's going down falling down the stairs. And as he's falling, Henry pulls a gun and pops him out of the air and he just drops down the stairs. You're
Okay,
like,
we talked about
that's
this. We
fantastic.
talked about this a couple
Yes.
weeks ago, didn't we? So
yep.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it
remember
looks
what this
interesting
was.
at least.
It stars
I think
Meryl
it's gonna be
Streep,
I think it's going to be a
and,
throwaway fun film.
Rebecca De Mornay. Huh?
I think it'll be a throwaway fun
Rebecca
film,
De
but
Mornay.
something enjoyable.
Yeah, I think so too.
It feels like a Netflix movie. I'd watch it on Netflix. I wouldn't go for
Feels
the
like
theaters for it.
Popcorn movie is what
Popcorn,
it feels
yeah,
like.
it's all
I'm
right.
all for it.
the Tuesday $5 special. Did you see the trailer for The Trust with Nicholas? Speaking of Nicholas
Nicolas
Cage,
Cage, no.
Nicolas Cage and
No.
Elijah Wood. Nicolas Cage is turned into Harvey Keitel, the bad Harvey Keitel. It's just
All
where
right.
he's got long hair and just nasty and just
Well, he was in The Bad Lieutenant, so that's
yeah. Well, not like that. Not
that's
like
a Harvey Keitel
no. That's a good.
joint.
That's a good. This is.
Not good.
It looks entertaining, but it looks stupid, like the typical work cops.
And it's Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood. He looks pretty
Oh,
good.
I
in it.
remember
I would
this.
like to see an
not
Elijah
good.
Wood movie where Nicolas Cage is dressed as a giant dog. That would be quite the movie.
That might be a personal thing.
So
I don't
That
know.
would be something I
No,
would
you
be
didn't
down
like the
for.
trailer
No.
for
No,
The Trust?
I actually liked it. I thought
I-
it was interesting, but it's very kind of
For me, it was on the edge. It could either go pretty bad and just be
Right.
a slow movie until the very end, because the end 10 seconds of the trailer was all action, and
right.
which I didn't get because the first half seemed like the whole plot and no action.
Right. Well, it's Nick Cage having stupid and using all the corny jokes, and they're trying to rob like some vault, and you know it's going to go bad, and
Yeah.
then he's going to break into Matchstick Men or something where he's killing everybody. So
Ooh.
which wouldn't be bad.
That
So-
wouldn't be
And
bad.
did you see
Especially if Sam Rockwell shows up.
Did you see
Sam Rockwell.
Eye in the Sky? The trailer for that?
No, there's an Alan Parsons movie.
Yes. Speaking of, because it is the Eye in the Sky. So,
We call it the Alan Parsons Project.
yeah.
You don't get that.
Eye in the
It's an
Sky
R-rated
is
movie,
about
Edward.
drones, about the Army
Oh,
using
yeah,
drones with
yeah.
Helen Mirren.
There was a trailer for this?
Aaron Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we talked
was,
about
It was
this.
in the movies that we saw this weekend after I saw 10 Cloverfield.
Oh, you
Lane.
saw it?
I saw the trailer, but it's also
Oh,
on
okay.
Joe Blow. And
Was it cool?
it's the moral debate where they're going to do
There's two
bombing.
drone movies coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is called. Eye in the Sky with Helen Mirren. It's Alan Rickman's
Yeah.
last film.
Okay.
It looks good. It has potential.
Is he
so-
chasing down Harry Potter with a drone?
No, he plays he's playing
the
like a
best
general.
movie ever.
That would be great. So
I'm going to blow your Patronus right out of the water, Potter.
Let me finish this last trailer.
Oh, Edward's still going.
what
One
other
trailer.
There's two
It's-
trailers we have to
Yeah,
talk
well,
about.
I'm not talking about that one. Oh, it's a pop star.
Oh, pop star! Did you
shut
see this
up.
trailer?
Don't even talk about that.
It's the Lonely Planet or Lonely Island movie. It's a pop star,
Star.
never stopping. You loved it, didn't you?
I don't.
You are
You
so-
loved it. Look
you
at
are-
his face.
It's okay.
I-
It's okay.
I-
It's okay.
no,
I
no,
haven't
no.
seen
Of our
you smile that much. Then
Yeah.
I
you first
liked,
started talking about Deadpool.
I like the idea. I would hate the movie. The movie seems awful. I like the idea of how each characters go up in different things. Like this is this guy, this is this guy, this is this guy. That's the only part of the trailer I enjoyed.
Well, but
The rest of the
look,
thing is just awful.
Look, I think we can say safely easily that this is
It's
a
gonna be
safe
terrible.
place, and you could admit that you enjoyed it, and this is a movie you're going to want to see.
See,
We're
if-
in a
okay.
safe place,
If-
Edward. Nobody's going
if
to
I
make fun
enjoy
of Chris.
something, I'll say I enjoy it.
No, they're not.
If I say I don't like something,
I fight back.
I'll easily say I don't like it. It seems like a movie that is not going to be good.
Seemed like a movie to me, like you were going to like.
No, why would I like this
Look
movie?
at him smiling.
You are
you starting
smiling.
to turn a
You're
little red
blushing now.
too.
I know you can't see it in the fabulous light.
It's
where you're
awesome.
going, but it is.
But
It's
you know
all right,
what?
Edward.
No,
I
it's-
actually
Edward,
thought it was
I
going to be
like
okay
Pitch
because
Perfect.
I like those guys.
I
and-
don't know any of those actors though.
Oh, see,
So that's why I
I
don't
like
like
those guys, and I thought, you know what, this could be, but it's like their Spinal Tap based on Justin Bieber, and that nothing there sounds like something that anybody should ever be put through.
Because even
Spinal
Spinal Tap now, I'm done with
Yeah,
that part. I mean, Spinal Tap was great
it was
25
great.
years ago, and it's like,
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
redo it. Don't
No.
redo this stuff. Let that be what it is, and don't make it about Bieber. Blah.
So speaking of redoing things,
And it's okay if you like it, Edward. I'll go to it with you.
Well, no, it's okay.
We can sit in the reclining chairs.
I have to see who the actors are. see,
Nigel
What-
and
what I see in the trailer is all I see is all I remember from it is the things where they show up. These are my 27 guys, and they showed up 10 of them as this is this guy who does this for me. This is this guy who does this. For
Right.
me.
It's Posse.
Yeah.
It's Entourage, but with Bieber.
I've never seen it Entourage
Okay. All right. No, but you know what? I do want to.
See-
I actually want to give Edward a little props here.
or I like the idea. I just don't
When
like
we went
the,
to see a movie last week or something, and we went to see a Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, and one of the trailers was the one that you loved, and it was even better on the big screen.
Which one?
Sing Street.
Oh yeah,
It's like a British one about these British kids that form a rock band. It
Good.
looks fantastic. That was an Edward find.
It was.
So I'm busting on him for Pop Star, but Sing Street is legitimately
number one. It's gonna
this
be number
is
one.
great.
guaranteed.
Yeah. So no one's going to watch it except us. All right, who's got one?
so Voltron,
What about Voltron?
DreamWorks is bringing back Voltron to Netflix.
You are so late to the game, Alil. You should pay more attention.
I'm sorry.
We've talked about this because
I
Guillermo
missed
del
it.
Toro is actually producing it for Netflix.
Are we sure?
So he'll
Yeah.
Because they're going to be
He'll-
announcing a bunch.
he'll
at,
get 6 months before and drop out. So
Yeah, but he's involved in the production of Voltron for Netflix.
well,
that was
I thought this was exciting.
It is
I know
exciting.
it's very exciting.
We're going to actually see a lot come later this month from their WonderCon.
Yes, there's going to be a lot
Yeah.
coming through. So yeah, but yeah, we did bust that one a while ago. Daisy Ridley is rumored to be Laura Croft in the reboot.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I think that's great. Yeah, I think that's great. Get the right people involved. Don't let the guy who wrote Final Destination 5 be the one writing it. I'm just going to say that right now. The reason I say that, Here's some big news. So the
Deadpool.
writer for the upcoming Sandman, directed and starring and produced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, was replaced by the studio by the guy who wrote Final Destination 5. The next day, Joseph Gordon-Levitt walked off the property.
Yeah.
Sandman, which I wanted to see almost more than anything, I don't care now.
You know
I
who
have a
wrote that,
feeling
right?
it's going to be like they're going to get Seth Rogen to play Sandman.
Gaddis wrote
And
that.
who?
Mark Gaddis wrote Sandman. That's his property.
Shia LaBeouf.
Not this,
Well,
not
he
now.
sold- no, I know, but he sold it to somebody else.
Right.
Mark Gaddis is the one who wrote the original
Right,
stuff.
the
so-
screenplay. Yeah.
And he's like, I don't blame him. Nice
Yeah.
support.
Yeah. The guy who wrote Final Destination 5, I'm just going to throw that out there. It's like if they hired the screenwriter from Flintstones to do this, you'd go, yeah, that might not be the best choice for Sandman.
Yeah.
This is too eloquent a property for that.
Well, but this is a DC property
Yep. So expect
And
it to
a
be
movie.
mishandled.
and a movie, so it's going to be very dark, and it's going to be controlled
Sorry.
from the top down
Yeah.
without a lot of artistic license.
Yep. How about this one? You guys see the teaser for Vice Principals?
Oh,
No.
it's fantastic.
It is amazing. It's a new HBO show.
It's Eastbound and
Vice
Down with
Principals.
schools.
Yes, the two vice principals that are fighting through the whole thing, and it's a series, are Danny McBride, right there. Picture
Right.
him as a high school vice principal. I'm already in. And then the other one is Walton Goggins.
Oh.
Take my money.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love Walton Goggins.
Yes.
And to put him against Danny McBride, and Danny McBride looks like he doesn't have his mullet. He has junior high principal hair. And it's just like he gets hit in the head with meat during they're all sitting in the cafeteria and somebody throws meat. He's like, really? Who throws meat at a principal? Very funny. I was dying, man.
Well, Goggins makes everything that comes out better. I mean, honestly, you put Goggins in and I'll go see it.
It has a theme song. Everything's better with Goggins in it. So
Yeah. He made G.I. Joe better.
Nobody paid attention. Boo.
he does. He's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, he's.
What didn't we get to? Edward, what didn't we do? You're watching trailers now?
See,
Game
I
of
saw
Thrones
something.
trailer?
He's watching Pop Star.
Game-
It's
game-
not that bad.
Game of Thrones trailer came out. Anybody watch that?
No.
Oh, you should have.
Wow.
Like, Jenny, what's wrong with you? It is.
Anybody excited for Game of Thrones? Anybody excited for it?
I have to catch
You
up.
are. I have watched 6 episodes total,
You-
so I am behind.
I-
I'm actually
I
reading the
cannot believe
comic
that.
right now, and it's awesome.
I truthfully cannot believe that.
I just haven't had
can.
time.
It's a great show.
I
so.
haven't had time. What can I say? I've been binging like Love Boat for the first time, so no, I'm kidding.
The
Gina
Love
Davis
Boat.
is set to star as in the Exorcist series for Fox. Might be
Yeah.
good. I don't know.
It might be.
It might be, and Gina Davis can be really good.
Yes.
You know, Nicolas Cage might have been a good Superman too. Might have been.
Might have been.
Might.
Oh.
I don't.
Lois.
And this isn't my concern.
Oh
about Gina
man, can
Davis.
you imagine if he did his Elvis voice all through Superman? Oh,
I kind of want to
That
see
would
that.
be the
actually.
greatest
I-
thing
I-
ever.
I kind of want to see that
I
Superman.
want to see that so badly. Somebody needs to make an animated one.
Blue
Israel's
Suede
here.
Superman?
Israel, you're a filmmaker. Make a Superman, but use a voiceover of Nicolas Cage doing his Elvis.
Yeah,
As
or
Superman. Oh,
or his
Lois.
National Treasure
Oh,
voice,
yeah,
which
man.
is horrible. That's a great
Oh,
movie,
you
but
just
his voice in that is awful.
You just
Awful.
recut Man of Steel and overdub it all.
Yes.
Yeah, there
See?
you go.
Hear that, Israel?
Yeah.
That's your next project. Israel's our resident filmmaker. All right, what do you
I-
got?
Is he in Resident
So-
Evil?
I just saw this. It is the trailer for Street Fighter Resurrection.
Yeah, did you
Oh.
watch this? Or just now?
I just now. So
Live.
This
Now,
just in.
breaking news.
it's not breaking. So there's a movie before this, correct?
It's not breaking 7.
Well, they're web series.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Hey,
there was a
because-
web series before this. Now the new web series is I've got it on here, Street
Resurrection.
Fighter Resurrection.
Okay.
The effects look pretty terrible. It
I-
looks fun.
I got to the point of the effects. The effects were just so.
Yeah, the makeup effects in that, and it's not shot really well.
As in for a miniseries, that's okay. I'm fine with that. I was expecting as a movie and like
Yeah, as a movie,
This
this would
is
be
awful.
terrible. This would be Power Rangers the movie
Okay, good.
bad, but it's good. It looks cool.
I just had a chill.
As a,
Yeah.
It was
as a
like-
miniseries, I think this would be good.
R-rated Edward actually was a fan of the Power Rangers movie. Just so you know, when this regular Earth 1 Edward was here, R-rated Edward actually was a fan, and we busted on him worse than we
Evil
did you
Edward.
about Popstar.
In all fairness, Power Rangers the movie was not the worst thing I've ever seen.
And now, apparently, Indiana Lil
Yeah, well, I have
is
watched
stepping
some-
up to the plate because regular
Hold on.
Lil, Earth 1
Hold
Lil,
on.
hates it.
If it's not the worst movie you've ever seen, it's in the team picture. Big time. It's,
Yeah, I would put
it's
that in
horrible.
there.
Then you've only watched terrible movies.
Oh,
Then you're only comparing it to Garbage Pail Kids, the movie. Which I like.
Excluding Nick Cage movies.
if we're okay, yeah, it is the worst movie. No, it's still not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh, Edward's
Do you
pointing.
want to do the main news now? Or do you want to do
Wait,
some
wait, wait.
others?
Maybe.
Maybe
Just
not.
wait.
Hold on.
Doctor Who news. Peter Capaldi has confirmed that he's going to make a cameo in one of the school shows. They're going to bring the Doctor as a kind of like a walk-in. School is the runoff,
Yes.
the spin-off
Yeah, the
from
class
Doctor,
show.
class. Sorry,
So
I said
Capaldi's
school,
going to
class.
make an appearance.
Capaldi's going to make a drive.
I don't know if we're going to get to see that here in America, though. They haven't announced if it's going to be on BBCA. So
It will.
I hope
it will.
so.
It might be delayed, but
I think
they'll
it will
give a shot.
because they're not going to have Doctor Who for a year. So that's how you fill the space.
Oh yeah, and Capaldi is really ripping the BBC after he just signed his contract. So
Yeah.
well, I mean, here's the thing: they've asked him to stay. He has said that in an interview. They asked him to stay for the first season, for 13 after Moffat leaves.
Yeah.
He hasn't committed to saying yes, and then he's ripping them. So I doubt he's coming back. I think
Yeah.
he's setting the door for him to leave, which he's been there 4 years, even though he's going to have 3 seasons. That's a good time for him to get out.
Yep. Finish out his run.
And I don't want to say he's old. He's not old, but it's a really tough schedule, and I don't think he wants to be gone
Right.
that long, even though it's not very far from his family. He wants to get out.
If it was me, the next Doctor, you make him super old. Let him finish that out, and then you can go back and start doing do a
Oh, sure.
female, do a whatever. But I say go like super old guy or super old woman.
Or no, take
Jessica Tandy, bring her back from the dead. Zombie Doctor. Jessica Tandy, first female zombie doctor.
Right.
I'm
Well,
in.
no, but you could take an established actor. You could take an established actor and make them the Doctor for a season
Yes.
to
George
carry over.
Clooney.
Yeah,
He'll have Doctor nipples.
you look like that'd be bad. That
What
would
did
be
this
awful.
turn into?
I know this is.
Edward Sausage Party. Okay, I'm going to run through a couple of things before we get to the big
And I have
one.
one more before you go.
Do it.
Well, no, I'm talking. Did you see the homemade Darth Maul fan video?
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was
It
That
fantastic.
was
is
amazing. I didn't see it
Is
yet.
it? It is so good. The fighting is above average. It's not great, but
Yeah.
the story
It's
story
really
is what
good.
how Darth Maul becomes a Sith. He's not a Sith. He's kind of in training, and not to spoil it, some Jedi come and find him, and he has to make the choice to kill them or not.
They're doing
really
the right
good.
thing with this. You know, they are being very supportive of the fan and the fan film, unlike the way Star Trek is handling it all of a sudden,
right.
where they've always been kind of okay with it, and now all of a sudden they're being like jerks about anything. I think Disney is saying, hey, make these fan things. Let's do this. Let's have some fun with it. They're not infringing, and they're building into it.
Right.
We know that's not canon,
Right.
but we also know that, hey, maybe they would look at it and use something from
But
it.
it fills in a
And
blank.
even
of,
if it was canon, it's not like Disney won't throw it out the window anyway.
Right.
So it
Exactly.
doesn't matter if it's canon or not. It's what fits
it's not
well.
even like a big
Right.
plot thing. It's basically he
Little
has,
story about
he has
him.
to kill some people. It's about Darth Maul and how cool it is, and it's really really good. And it was a nice little featurette for what I think it said. It was 17 minutes of description. First 2 minutes is dialogue. The last 15 minutes is action, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
Going to check that one out for sure.
Check it out. It was
I'm going to
really
roll
good.
through a couple of things. Before I roll through, George Kennedy died. I think we deserve to bring that one up. George Kennedy, awesome. What a body of work, man.
Oh, yeah.
This guy was in everything, aside from the airplane movies, which, or not airplane. He was in Naked Gun.
Naked Guns.
He was in Dirty
That's okay.
Dozen. And
That's okay, Rob. I speak jive.
Yeah, I speak shy. I have a
Yeah.
story about that. That was Barbara Billingsley said that, and my old manager at a toy store, her grandmother was Barbara Billingsley.
Get out of here.
So true. And I said, does she speak jive at home? She goes, she has no idea what she was saying, but yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
So
That's like the best line in all of those movies.
WGN has ordered Scalped, which is a Vertigo property, to pilot.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting. That could be really cool. It is about a government official that ends up like a CIA or FBI or something that ends up on the reservation. And it sounds really cool. Quickly, J.K. Simmons is cast as Commissioner Gordon in Justice League.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. And everybody's like, oh, but I wanted to make it Spider-Man. He's not going to be because there's a continuity issue there. You can't do that. This is the perfect way to do it.
Are you telling me that comic movies can't have continuity issues?
They do, but I'm saying
this show
that would be a
issues.
bad move on Marvel's part. This is perfect. But you know what you do next? You get who played Commissioner Gordon in the Nolan films?
Gary Oldman?
Yeah.
You get Gary Oldman to play J. Jonah Jameson. Flip those two guys. That would be awesome. Do not get Ice Cube as J. Jonah Jameson. That's what they're bringing. That's terrible.
You put Lawrence Fishburne in there just to do it, just to mess with it.
Lawrence Fishburne. No, he's Perry White in the other thing. You can't stop it.
Yeah, we mix them. They're the same person in different universes.
Bob Iger confirmed Chewie is going to be in this Han Solo film.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big
Everyone
one.
was expecting that.
That's not news.
Yeah.
What else?
Let's see.
Rogen and Evan Goldberg are producing Where's Waldo for MGM.
No, thank you.
Sure, why not? No, I mean, hey, let's. They didn't tap the product. The product. We've already had Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego TV show. Might as well go with Where's Waldo. It's the natural progression. It's just gonna.
It's going to be terrible. But wait, mark my words. This is terrible. This is going to make
guaranteed #1 at the box office.
Yeah, this is going to make Battleship look like terms of endearment. It's going to be.
You might have found
awful.
the worst movie. You might have found it.
Yeah, this is going to make that Tom Hanks movie look like an Oscar winner. It's going to be terrible. Green Lantern's not going to show up until Justice League 2. All right.
I'm okay with that.
You know what? That's what they say.
Zendaya. Does anyone know who Zendaya is? Yeah. I don't know who that is. She's going to be in Spider-Man. She's supposed to be. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Z-E
N-D-A-Y-A.
plus sign N-D-4-A-Y-A. I don't know. She's
Zendaya.
She was on a Disney thing.
Right, she's a Disney.
And she's a singer, and she's going to be in Spider-Man, but she's not the girlfriend. They even named who the character is. I've never heard of this character. I looked her up, and it's like she's like the neighbor that was in like 4 issues.
The character?
I don't know.
Neighbor
number
Next
4.
door neighbor number 4. Crewman number 3.
Wait, I got one more before we get to the. This actually is big too, but I just want to commend them. The Wachowski siblings. The second one has now been outed as transgender.
Yes.
I am really glad that the geek community did not give any crap because there's no reason to.
No.
But I'm glad that it wasn't like a Caitlyn Jenner situation either. It was not her choice to get outed, but she embraced it. So now it's. I don't know. Do we call them the Wachowski siblings? Do we call them the Wachowski sisters? Because it was the Wachowski brothers when they first hit. I'm going with siblings. It's Lana and now Lily is the other sibling. You know what? I just commend the community. I commend them for coming out there and doing their thing. They make awesome movies. And Sense8, I can't wait for it to come back. Bring it, Wachowskis. Bring it. So
Sense8 was fabulous. And we've talked about it. We did it on Binge-worthy. Did we do it on?
Oh, yeah. We're going to do it again.
On Real Idiots, have we? We'll do it again.
Yeah. So, all right. This is it. We've only got a couple minutes, and I wasted it.
George Martin passed away, the 5th Beatle. Sorry.
The 5th Beatle, not George R.R. Martin.
Not George R.R. Martin. And another personal, what an arrogant SOB for putting out on Twitter.
Are you talking to me or?
No, him.
Oh.
I didn't die. It wasn't me. It was the other George Martin. It's like, dude.
George R.R. Martin.
Come on. I go, it's George Martin. It's not like you don't even hold a candle to him.
Right.
The guy was a producer.
You do have a mighty beard, but you are not him. Yeah.
I mean, as much as I respect him, it's like, really, that's what you put out?
Yeah.
Finish your book. That would be great. Thanks. Next.
Biggest news. This one sucks. I'm not doing that. Biggest news.
Underoos?
I had another one. Yes. This week, the trailer for Captain America Civil War dropped.
Meh.
We got to see Spider-Man.
Meh.
We got to hold yourself.
Meh.
We got to see all sorts of Marvel-y goodness.
Did you see the headlines for this?
Let's hear what people say.
No, did you see the headlines for this? So the headline is rogue teenager steals World War II heroes equipment.
Where did you see this?
It was written by what's his name from the Daily Bugle. Writes all about Spider-Man.
J. Jonah Jameson?
Yeah, Jonah Jameson. He wrote the article about how Spider-Man just came along and stole a World War II hero's shield. Why? Who does that?
Okay.
That's the story.
Because Iron Man told him to.
The thing is, we saw nothing from Spider-Man other than he flipped in. He has the Todd McFarlane costume potentially.
No, he has the original costume because the original
Yeah.
costume had the eyes that did that.
But does it matter? I mean, what did we see here
And
that
he
we
has a
didn't
belt.
see?
If you look closely at the HD thing,
Yeah.
he's got a belt. It's like a homemade costume.
What
It's
did
cool.
we see here that we didn't see in the previous trailer other than that? Nothing. It's just Spider-Man that we already
No,
knew was
we
coming.
did
So why does
See,
it?
we saw what the catalyst will be.
Yeah, we got to see more.
Well, the catalyst is going to
You know what?
be.
If your problem is you didn't like the trailer, that's one thing. But I think
I just don't
I
see-
watched this and it blew my mind, and that was before Spider-Man showed up.
There wasn't enough there that
We saw the Ant-Man shot on the arrow, which to me
that was kind of cool.
when
Yeah.
that showed, I'm like, I'm
Whoa,
done.
Wait, hold on. Well, and Nathan, what did you bring up about Iron Man to me?
What'd you bring up, Nathan?
You're,
Well, you're the
theory-
only Nathan in here. Is anyone else named Nathan?
Tony Stark's arm,
Oh yeah.
the crossover.
There's a very interesting fallback. They're going to bring in a comic storyline for Civil War where, if you've read the comics, Spider-Man doesn't stay on Tony Stark's side the entire time.
Right.
There's a point in the comic where Spider-Man and Tony Stark get in like an argument, and it turns into like a scuffle for like an issue, and it basically ends with Spider-Man gets so mad that he punches Tony Stark in the arm and breaks his arm through the Iron Man armor.
Right.
And then he basically like leaves him where he is and goes to join Cap's side later on. And there's a shot in the trailer where Iron Man's arm is in like a full sling and it's like broken.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
catch that. Good. Wow.
He said that, and then I watched it like, oh my god, it's right there.
Yeah.
So-
and they didn't technically confirm that Spider-Man is on either side, but we know that he's
No, he's with Stark
No, yeah.
at that moment.
Yeah.
Right.
It does make sense in the comics why Spider-Man is switching. Like, he ends up disagreeing with Tony. Like, what's he thinking more about why Tony's actually doing it?
No, it's because he does not agree with the prison that they were putting them in.
So did you
He
people
not
out here,
agree
did you
with the
see this
negative
trailer?
zone.
Yeah.
You saw it. You saw it. Did you guys like
So,
it? Did you see it? Dad, did you watch it? No. Did you see the first Captain America? All right, Dad's on it. Did you see number 2? Yes, you'll see number 3, won't you? Mom, you'll see number 3, right? Yeah, all right.
All right.
There we go.
I don't think that Spider-Man is going to be switching sides. I think, well, he might not. You know how they break his.
I think they have to make Captain America win because of the Captain America movie. And he can't win without Spider-Man.
They don't. He does not have to win.
I think he will. Like, he doesn't have to win.
Or
I think they're gonna make it because
win by
it's
losing.
like the Captain America movie where Captain America loses the movie. Like, yeah, that was kind of the case.
Did you ever see Rocky? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, all right. Do you think this movie is going to suck? Is that what you're saying? Or is it you just
my
weren't?
issue is that what is the hype for this trailer? There's not enough.
Well, it's because
here.
it's the first time seeing Spider-Man in the MCU.
But why does that? I mean, why the hype for the whole trailer for 2 seconds of Spider-Man that is really not giving us anything for story?
When I watched it, take Spider-Man out of it, I was so hyped. I didn't know Spider-Man was at the end, and I was like, this is amazing. I loved all of it. I loved seeing the Vision melting down. I loved seeing Ant-Man on the arrow was freaking me out. I loved it all.
I feel like,
and Captain America with the throwback line when he says, I could do this all day. I was like, that's amazing. So the hype is they hit all the right notes, and then we got Spider-Man at the end.
but Marvel has a tendency to over trailer. Disney has the same tendency. They will release 35 more trailers between now and when the movie comes out. We don't need this. We need a movie to surprise us. That's what we go to the movies
That's
for.
true. That's
I'm giving
true.
them $10 to $25.
They surprised us with Star Wars, and I think they're going to learn from that. They surprised us with Winter Soldier.
That's all fair, but
Same people. It's Russo
there
brothers.
has to come a point where a line needs to be drawn, and I didn't see enough in this trailer, or I saw things in this trailer that tells me more about the story, but it didn't change my feelings about the movie. I will be standing in line waiting to go to the movie.
Okay.
Nothing changed that. So what's the point of the trailer?
But
One of the trailers
they're
they
not
had
doing
not
it for.
released.
They're not doing it for you.
Right.
They're not doing it for
They're
you.
doing it
they're
for
trying
them.
they're trying to do
We're
it for
doing it
anybody
for Israel to see
Right.
Spider-Man and go, I need to go see
Right.
Spider-Man.
They're not doing it for the hardcore person. They're doing it for the people that say, "Oh, Spider-Man's gonna be in it because Spider-Man's the #1 property in the world."
Right.
Saying, "Oh my God, there he is." I mean,
Yeah,
That's
I mean, you can argue it whichever way you want to argue it.
I can get where you're coming from.
Right.
What I'm saying is that there was a time in the golden age of movies, which means before they released 35 trailers for everything, where they released 1 or 2 trailers,
Right, which was great.
done. And
Now you got a teaser for the teaser, and then you have a trailer, and then trailer 2,
and
and then a
you have-
teaser for the final
you have
trailer.
footage,
And-
release footage, and yeah.
and it's so much and so overwhelming.
I agree.
I could have skipped Iron Man 3. I knew the whole story from watching the trailers. I mean, really, in Iron Man 3 was a really good example of how bad they do it. It's just the same.
Right.
They told the whole story.
I don't think they told us the story here, and I think
Oh, yeah.
Nathan has a great point. There's
Winter-
going to be sursurprises.
Winter Soldier. Episode
Somebody's
7,
dying.
I think Black Widow is going to be a big
I
deal
think-
in this game, in this
Yep.
movie.
Isn't this what's his name? Oh, Captain America, the actor. Isn't this
Chris
his
Evans.
next to last movie?
No, I think it's the next last one. He has
Technically.
one more. Well,
Because that is not Iron Man that Robert Downey Jr. is playing. He's playing cameoing because he can't do any more movies. He's done. So
No,
we're gonna
he's not
see
done.
him-
He signed on to do this. He considers this Iron Man 4. He's got a huge part in this. And Infinity War, he's back for Infinity War, and that's
Is he?
technically his final one.
Okay.
Technically. And you know what happens after that? That's when the Russo brothers take over and do Young Avengers.
potentially.
I think by then people will start getting tired of superhero movies, though.
No.
I mean, even-
thanks, Steven Spielberg.
Even me, like I'm just saying, like even me, like I grew up on Spider-Man, like reading Spider-Man comics, watching movies, and like
At that point, it'll evolve. It's all it'll do.
As I am for Spider-Man to be in Civil War, I am kind of tired of seeing him on screen like 7 different ways, and I think.
Yeah, but once they stop doing the origin story, you're going to feel different.
But there's maybe too many movies.
And when Marvel does what it's doing right, which is telling a different story each time. Captain America Winter Soldier was a spy thriller. They had the comedy in Ant-Man. Like each one of them, they're hitting a different note. That's why it's not going to die so quickly.
And comic books have been around since the 20s, and they do well because they're serialized. This is a serialization in movie form.
Right.
It's new, but we're not going to run out as long as they stay true to the concepts. And all my complaints about the trailer aside, I'm really freaking excited. I liked the concept of the Civil War storyline. It didn't always work out great in how they presented it,
Sure.
but there was a lot there that was good. I think they're going to do well here, and I think they're going to continue to do well as long as they acknowledge what the stories are about and they don't take riffs on it for no reason whatsoever just to make it new and exciting and
All right.
retell us the same thing.
And I think the problem.
with
I
it.
think the problem with this whole presentation of this is they have a formula that has worked really, really well in these types of movies. So until it doesn't work well for them, they're just going to keep churning it out because
Even
they
when it
have to
looked
have
like
that
it
hype.
wasn't going to work, they got it to work. And they made great movies.
And they,
so.
and they've just done it. They've done it how many times? 7 now? I think it's 7 where they've done this. Release a bunch of trailers, release a bunch of spoilers, keep it building, and then by the time you see the movie, you're going to spend they're going to spend $1 billion,
Right.
$1.5 billion, and they're going to put a lot of money in their pocket, and then they'll go, "Hey, this works."
Yep.
I agree with you that it is too much. I think it's crazy that they're putting out something a week before
Yeah,
Star Wars.
I'm not
was
watching
ridiculous.
anything more. This trailer did it. I'm ready for the movie. Done. I'm not waiting. I'm not going to see another trailer.
And that's fair, but you're going to see the release of so many more trailers, and it's not.
Sure.
But we can all make a
Optimal.
choice. I'm making a choice. I'm not watching those.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, they don't leave any
I
stone
stopped with
unturned.
Star Wars too.
Well, they
After the second or third trailer, every other teaser, TV spot that came out was just a re-release of what was in the first 2.
Sure.
So after you saw
And-
the first teaser of that, the next 17 didn't matter because you knew it was going to be exactly the same stuff.
Right.
And
Right.
That's
there
what's
are-
probably going to happen with this. They're going to just release the last 2 seconds of Spider-Man over and over again.
Yeah. I don't know how many more they're going to release though. They
Well-
may release one more, but I think this might have been it because the hype went through the roof and it's not that far away now.
Well, no, they've got.
They don't
2
have to compete
months.
with Batman.
But they do have to compete. I know this sounds stupid, but they do.
Yeah,
have to
they'll
compete
release
with
one
2
right around
other-
Batman to make everybody crazy.
They have
That's
2
it.
other movies that are coming. There are 2 other movies coming out in May that are very important to geekdom. So they do have something to compete with. It's just not Batman, because it's not Batman.
Yeah,
Now,
they're going to crush with this. I don't think they look at it that same way.
there are other movies that I would like to see more trailers for, like another trailer for Ghostbusters that actually tells me something about the story. That
One that isn't terrible.
You know what? I don't have a problem with the trailer. It didn't make me feel like it was a reboot that was going to be a terrible idea. It made me feel like a reboot that had potential.
It made me feel like somebody
know-
did a reboot that didn't know how to cut a trailer. Is
I
what
know
it
a
made
lot
me
of
feel
people
like.
don't like at the very beginning of that trailer. It says the 4 scientists
Right.
save, but it's only 3 scientists.
Right.
It's one guy, and now the new trailer, it's now 4 friends.
So what?
Instead of scientists.
Why can't Ray Stantz, or not Ray Stantz? What is his name? Why can't he go out and get a doctorate?
Because he wasn't a scientist when he saved.
Because
saved it.
here's the point with that. They're saying that even though they said that in a trailer, this has nothing to do with the original Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That bothers me as well.
They're saying it's not even a continuation. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
And then it's not a continuation.
because they wanted us to get hyped up, and they
Oops.
played on the stupidity of what.
And
they
if
think
Bill
their fan
Murray
base
is in the
has.
movie and they say he's got it like a cameo, but he's not playing the same character, that's bad news.
Yeah.
And the stupid wig joke has irritated me since seeing it. When she's wearing the wig and does that little thing, I'm like, this is not funny. And the Exorcist jokes, not funny. Not funny.
I don't like it.
I want to like it very much.
I didn't see anything that made me go, this is going to be a terrible movie. And I've watched some trailers that have made me feel that way.
Watch that Tom Hanks movie. That'll show you. That'll show you a terrible one. All right, I'm going to end it. We're done with This Week in Geek because we got Pre-2 to get to. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Did a great job. Thank you, Blue Box. We'll be back in a moment
Thanks,
with
everybody.
Pre-2. I see our guests right there.